Anyway, good afternoon, folks. How y'all doing today? We is here. It is nice and sunny. Well, not completely sunny outside, but shit, it's kind of a lot warmer than it has been a long time out here in the ATL. So,
Well, it's February 17th. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you listen to this broadcast. Happy Black History Month. We're over half done, and today on Black History Month, one of my heroes, Jesse Jackson,
passed away.
is gone at only 84. 84 is young. Andrew Young is 95 right now,
Yep, he's still kicking.
still kicking, or 94 or something like that.
Him, Faircon got to be damn near 100.
Yeah, that man. People, I'm gonna tell a story about Jesse Jackson. I was like either 20, 21, 1970, and Jesse Jackson had not started the Rainbow Coalition then. He was trying to find himself, so he had a program he had started, Operation
Bread,
Breadbasket.
breadbasket, right in Chicago.
Yeah, I used to hear it on the radio. He used to come on every Saturday, I think it was,
Hmm.
and he'd be on WVON. And man, he would be there talking, and he had his little group and organization. I said, I should go down there, check it out. I never went. But one day, they caught him on TV protesting by himself, the University of Chicago. He was blocking people. He was laying down, blocking people from coming in the University of Chicago, protesting. Y'all ain't got no black people here. Open the admissions for black folks. I say, and that was what, over 1970. That was a long, long time ago. And
Damn, that 50 some years ago.
yeah, and he, and I watched his career as he, expanded and hooked up with, started the Rainbow Coalition. And in 1983 or 84, I was still working at the LA Times at this time. Now I moved to LA, married and everything. And everybody say, well, we not Negroes no more. We African American. So everybody said we got to call ourselves African American now. He the one coined that phrase. Everybody say, what? We don't know what we are. Are we colored? Are we Negroes? Now we African American. I tell you, the pendulum swings, and now most people do not want to be called black, do not want to be called African American. They just want to be called American. I don't know. So
Well,
we have no nationality. Now we might be an ethnic group, whatever, however you want to say it, but we're not from Africa. We don't have no home in the continent of Africa.
well, we became African Americans, and then all of a sudden, James Brown said, "We black and we proud."
Yeah,
Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud.
Yeah, that came, that came after African American, but
Yep.
the point is, because a lot of people don't want to be called black, but the thing is, I'll never forget, he was on, what's that ABC show with Dick, what's his name? I can't think of his name, but his first name is Dick, and he had this dance show,
Oh, you
American
talking about
Bandstand.
Dick Clark. Dick Clark.
Yeah, American Bandstand, and he was on there singing that song. I'll never forget it. Say it loud. I'm black in the crowd. And the audience is always
All white.
99% black,
White.
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 And they out there saying the same thing. Say it
Say it
loud.
loud.
I'm black
I'm
in the
black and
crowd.
proud.
I thought that was so, what the hell is going on here?
James Brown was a bad summer gun, but oh man, yeah, he's a bad boy. Oh, people. Mm. We done came a long way, people. A long way. We done evolved some more.
And a lot of people don't understand that. These immigrants, I'm talking about white immigrants and black immigrants, don't understand that, how far we have come and the changes and challenges that we have had. People don't understand that, bro. They don't appreciate the fight of our ancestors, and Jesse Jackson was one of those people. I remember in the '80s, he was. I don't know. Here's the thing.
Run,
He
Jesse,
fought.
run.
He fought. Well, yeah, in '84 he ran in '88. But here's the thing. The one thing that I really respect him, he used to boycott these corporations. He say, we need more people in the stock market, hire more blacks. And he did a whole big old thing on them for weeks. And next thing you know, boy, people was getting hired at Wall Street. Black folks getting hired at Wall Street. He did a lot of protesting and boycotting and all that and called those things. He had a lot of power. He had a lot of power. And I heard this one lady talking about Jesse Jackson, and she gave him his flowers, but it was a backhand compliment, talking about here's a man that came on the scene with no resume.
Well, I don't know about that. He was something else. Now he was. People don't realize, but he was at the Lorraine Motel when Dr. King got killed.
That's right.
He came down and worked with Dr. King for a long time and protesting and marching, Edmund Pettus Bridge, all of that. He was down there with him during that whole time. So
Yep.
he was man. As we look back, people, there are numerous black heroes, numerous,
And she rose.
numerous black heroes. Oh man, it's whew, numerous. Oh man, you can't even all name them. You look at Cassius Clay back then, and you it's all be Muhammad Ali. Oh man, those people had a profound effect upon what the heck happened and stuff with our movements and stuff that were going on. And Dr. King, he fought a lot of people and stuff in his nonviolent movement. A lot of people disliked him because he was nonviolent. Everybody wanted to pull out a gun and shoot people because they were being beaten, shot down, and dogs put up on them and lynched. And Dr. King stood his ground and said that nonviolent movement is going to win. And he was right. And I think he had a profound effect upon Reverend Jesse Jackson. Profound effect upon him. But Jesse left him and came back up to Chicago. And that's when he started Operation Breadbasket and Rainbow Coalition. And Dr. King he started the SCLC, wasn't it? Southern Christian Leadership Conference.
Yeah, well, that was back in the 60s, yeah.
Yeah. Yep, he broke off from it and stuff and started his own thing. But I don't know what's going to happen with the Reverend Jesse. I hope he have a pretty nice service and stuff and everything, and people send him off with the dignity he respect, even though his last few years and stuff that he's been here on this earth, he lost a lot of respect from a lot of black people out there. But man, he left a big footprint, people, a big footprint out there, big footprint, and he, like Ted was saying, he brought forth a lot of change. Man, he fought for people to equal opportunity for these big companies and stuff to hire black folks. That was his thing. We're gonna boycott these businesses and stuff until they decide to hire our people. And most of the time, if somebody got boycotted, but I guarantee you, it wasn't very long when they start hiring black people because they didn't want Dr. The Reverend Jesse Jackson to be sitting out there in front of their company or in front of their corporate office and everything and boycotting because he commanded a whole lot of people. Whenever he opened his mouth and said something, thousands of people showed up.
Yep. And people stopped buying stuff and all that, and they start hurting their pocketbook.
Absolutely. Economically, he hurt people. A lot of people. Well, goodbye, Jesse. Goodbye, Jesse. So, Mr. Harvey, that leads us off into this big thing you set out called capitalism.
Did you see the video?
No, I didn't. I saw what you wanted to talk about, but I didn't have a chance to see the video at all. I was busy as hell today trying to get my yard cleaned up because I was the only one in my neighborhood that hadn't cleaned my yard up. So,
You
wife
had to
jumped.
get your one leg butt out there?
Yes, sir. I had to get my one leg out there, my crutch, and my blow on my back, and
Damn.
start blowing my yard out, man.
Damn, yeah.
Nobody was out there helping me. Their car just drove by, and I guess they just looked at me and said, "Damn." But I got it done. I got it done. I got everything in there. I lugged that old big old heavy blower that was on my back in the garage and put it down. Sometimes,
Well, I
Ted,
guess, I mean, I might as well go ahead and call you Superman then again.
no, you ain't got to call me Superman. I'm just a determined person, man, that I'm not going to let something turn me around. I'm not going to let anything turn me around. I'm
Ain't
gonna keep
gonna let
on
him turn
I'm
me
gonna
around.
I'm gonna keep on moving. Keep on moving. I'm gonna keep on moving. Even though my wife and stuff looked out there at me and she was cussing me out, but I was still out there. You ain't gonna come out here and put this thing in your back. Somebody gotta do it.
Well, I listened to that video. I talked about this yesterday. You have a lot of people that just got off the boat here in this country that has got a little education now, got their master's or their PhD, and they studied history or economics. She has a PhD, or she's a college professor in economics. I don't know if she got a PhD or not, but she teaches at some university or some college. And the lady was everywhere when it came to it. But the bottom line, what she was saying, and the guy asked her, this is from Channel 4, a British station. This is a British station. And she's talking about America. And she works in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And she was saying how devastating Tulsa is, and the homeless, and people don't have jobs, and people on food stamps, and all of that. And her main thing was, and she, got with the mayor, and we know that Oklahoma is a red state.
Correct.
And she got on there, she started talking about, we're trying to create a movement. And she doesn't want to call it Marxism, but that's what it is. The way she was expressing herself as a Marx socialist, and she was talking about the downfalls of capitalism as far as all of these tax breaks and the wealthy, saying that over more than a little bit of a dozen people have more wealth than 400 billion people. And I'm thinking myself, I said, she don't know history. She don't understand history, and she don't understand capitalism. Capitalism is what it says, capital. You have to have capital in order to grow. In order to grow in any community, you have to have businesses. That means you have to have product or service. Now, if you don't have businesses and products and services in that community, then how you going to grow? Other than that, you just put your hand out because you do not have a job. Now, major corporations that is in Tulsa, some of these people probably working, some 10,000 uh, building, the manufacturing building or whatever. I don't know. I haven't really delved into Tulsa, but, they might work there and they just have a job. But in order to build communities, you have to have small businesses so that people can make money, and no matter what level they're in. And they have to have capital. Tulsa, as we already know, is well known for what?
Black Wall
Black Wall
Street.
Street. Black Wall Street. And the way they made it is just what I just said. They had all kinds of small businesses, hotels, barbershops, restaurants, you name it, they had it. People that had shoe repair, and so people came there and bought their services. Now, that some of the people, I'm sure, worked outside of the community, but they made their money and they paid for services. If you work and you build somebody a barn, you expect to make a profit. I buy the material, and that's my material, and this is what I charge. I'm gonna charge you so much average hour, maybe $20 or $30 an hour, and that's my labor, and then and then my cost, and that's gonna take me 20 hours to build that barn. Whatever so therefore that's capital. That right there is my profit for doing my labor. So this is what people don't understand, or don't understand economics. They don't understand that you can't sit here and keep on blaming big corporations because they want to be big and they want as many employees they can make so they can make more product, so that they can sell more product. They're just not selling product just in the local area. They're selling product all over the country and possibly all over the world, because that's what these corporations want to do. They want to sell product to make a profit, and if they can sell other states to other states and other countries, then that's more money in their pocket. If they're building whatever they're building, I don't care if it's it can be whatever, and then they charge the cost of it, the labor part, and then how much profit I want to make off of that particular product, and then the people buy it. It's just that simple. And some of them are doing mass production of that same product and they're selling it. Well, the same thing happens in the community. If you want that community to grow and take care of its community, you have to have small businesses. And you have to have capital. And then once those people start, somebody makes some money, then they say, hey, I think I'll build an apartment. Then there you go. But what happens is now you got these major corporations that are buying up housing and buying up apartment complexes. And some of these people cannot turn this money down. You know, if I only paid $200,000, for example, if I only paid $500,000 for this uh, 20, 20 apartment building, and they're gonna give me $3 million for it, hey, I'm selling. Cause I done made myself a couple $1,000,000. So the point is that that's what capitalism is. You know, you make it so that you can make money. The reason why you purchase a house or two houses or three houses so that you can make a profit. And ain't nothing wrong with that. But you have to start somewhere. You can't sit there and complain, you know, talking about, we got to give people more money. We got to give people free housing. We got to give people this and give people that. No, no, no. It don't work that way. So, but this is what she's talking about. Socialism.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't stand socialism, although we have to have some portions of social tendencies. You know, you have to have police officers. They get paid by state and federal money. You have to have governors. I'm sorry, like mayors, and then he have to have support people, and that's paid by your local and state people, and some federal dollars, I'm sure. So they work. They don't produce a damn thing. So anyway, I wanted
Mm-hmm.
to, this is what a lot of these foreigners that just got off the boat is preaching now. That's why New York is where it's going now. You know, um, I've never been to New York, so therefore I don't know nothing about New York, but what I've seen and read about. But I know that the rent is too damn high. So that's another story, you know. So, but what I'm saying is that in order for business capitalism to work, you have to have business. If you don't have business, then it ain't gonna work. You sitting around and looking for a job. Well, that corporate person that started that corporation, hell, he can hire whoever he want and what he want and people he want. If he bring a bunch of people from out of state or even out of the country, that's their business. But if you want your community to be strong, you start building businesses And those people, because if you got 20,000, 30,000, or 50,000, or 100,000 people in your city, you know, a lot of those people are going to be working in other cities. And they're going to bring that money back to your community, and they're going to buy your products. They're going to get their haircut in their community. They're going to put their clothes in the cleaners in your community. They're going to do this and do that. They're going to go to the restaurant in your community. They're going to go to the movie house in your community, spending their money in their community. They might have made it, you know, 50 miles, 60 miles, 70 miles away. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that up. I wish you would have saw it because, you know, one of these days we'll be able to bring up and analyze these people when they're talking and then critique what they're saying because, see, the thing is that then we can go down the line and really specify what we're really talking about. Because right now, you know, only thing people can, you know is that there was a person that is a professor and an immigrant, not knowing what she's talking about when it comes to capitalism. Capitalism is the greatest force in the world. It ain't perfect, far from perfect, because you have greedy people, you have people that are very assertive and aggressive, but it can be contained. It can be reeled in. I mean, we've had presidents that reeled some of these capitalist people in, and one of them was Roosevelt. Ain't he one of the four greatest presidents they got up there on Mount Rushmore? He stopped a whole lot of corporate stuff. You gotta control them.
Yep. Sorry about that, people. I had an important text that came through, and I had to text my friend back. He's in the hospital, so I'm back now. So I had a question here, Ted, about capitalism. How do we relate capitalism to what's going on now?
You know, that's a good question. And if you really think about it, it's not really what they're doing is not, uh, you know, with this AI thing, is not really capitalism. What they're doing is uh, looking for ways to save money where they don't have to hire as many people. If you know, like some companies got 300,000 people. That's salaries, insurance, retirement, all of that. Days that they don't come to work. So if they can eliminate and get their job down to 50, lose 25 or 50,000 people, then they're looking for more money and they can still do just the same work. That's what they're looking at. And so, therefore, just like, when they had enslaved people, free labor, they had free labor. And so, therefore, they used all their money for their own endowment and became multimillionaires. And I guess in those days, thousandaires. So, so the point is that they're just trying to cut back on, and there's hundreds and hundreds of companies that have 200,000, 300,000, 500,000, even a million employees. However, through my living, everything gets better. Everything gets better because innovation makes things better. So what we're doing now is we're going through an innovation creativity stage that people is going to have to figure it out and how to make money.
So this is a form of capitalism, right? Everybody is trying
Yes,
to capitalize on a new a new entity, a new variable and stuff that they put
absolutely.
out there. Yeah, that's a form of
And some
capitalism.
people can have enough savvy to say, okay, well, I'm gonna learn everything I can about AI and how I can capitalize on it myself.
Right.
Because every company is not going to have that kind of innovation availability. So therefore, they can become their own AI company as a consultant. So they can go into little small businesses, the ones that figure out, okay, how can I use this AI to benefit me? I only got 500 employees. And then the AI expert can go in there and they can critique it, analyze it, and figure out, okay, well, this person or that person right there, they can double up and do this and do that, and this person, that person, and then they might save a whole lot of time and a lot of money. And that's what it's basically for, because people are looking for profit, either a service or a product. It's just that simple.
So there's a big race to be the best, to be the first one to do this, the first one to build the best data centers, the first one to build the best mousetrap. Because there's different parts of artificial intelligence. You got your data centers and stuff, they handle all the data, but you also got your companies out there and everything who are, in essence, right now, and one of the big companies and stuff now who are becoming actively involved in that is Apple. They don't have the data centers, they don't have whatever, so they're buying into Google, who has a huge data center out there. So you're talking about billions of dollars that they're spending right now and stuff to have access to Google's data center. So Google has already started making money off of their investment. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot more companies out there who want access to these data centers so they can use AI for their benefit. A lot of companies. So anyway, that's how we are still involved in capitalism, and everybody's trying to get richer. Everybody's trying to get richer. You got companies worth trillions of dollars and stuff trying to get even richer. They're leveraging their money to get even bigger, make more profits, and leaving us behind.
Why do you say
Wait,
that?
well, I'm saying that and everything because it's you've got people out there and stuff now who are worth billions and billions and billions of dollars. And there's a big race and stuff now to become the first person, first human who is worth $1 trillion. So they are leveraging whatever way that they can do it, whether they can borrow the money, whether they get people to invest into them, because you having folks, people like Elon Musk and everything. He's got commercials on television now, and he's got his big uh, data center and stuff sitting there in Memphis, and he's got his folks and stuff sitting outside doing a commercial outside of the data center there and asking people to invest $1,500 into his venture. So he's trying to get people to invest in it. He's got what $500 billion he's worth, but he's also trying to get other people to come in there and invest and stuff and everything so he can make more money. You got Jeff Bezos and stuff. He's sitting out there. He's worth what, 200-300 billion dollars, and he's doing the same thing. He's He's got Amazon company and stuff and everything. They have their data centers and stuff out there, and they have contracts and stuff with different companies and stuff and everything for them to be able to use their services and stuff out there. And he's making more money. So, who's going to be the first trillionaire? Can you imagine someone who is worth $500 billion saying, that's not enough money for me? I want to be a trillionaire. What's he going to do with all that money? He'll never spend it in his lifetime, in his children's lifetime, in his grandchildren's lifetime. So they get richer. And we've got millions and millions and millions of people out there and stuff who are getting poorer. Can't catch up. That's what I was talking about.
Well, when we was living out in Pembroke,
Oh, whoa.
you know, and we had a roof over our head.
Yep.
We always had food, because you can grow your own food out there. And we had a garden, and we had pigs, chickens, and you can get a little piece of job here and there. And you had your nice little jalopy, a 10-year-old. I'm talking about myself now. I had a 10-year-old. I had a 10-year-old jalopy, you know, 1959 Chevy. And the thing is that it's all relative, as far as, one man's white table is one thing, and they live in, what we call first class, and another man might be living fifth or sixth class or whatever that is, but they're happy. They're happy. I can go down to my local pool hall or my local tavern or bar and have a nice time. I can go to a dance party or whatever and have a nice time, and I can go to church and have a nice time, and all of those things that make me happy. Because my bank account might say a couple of $200-300 or $2,000 or $3,000 or whatever it is, don't make me poor. Now I might not be rich. I'm just not living in the same standard as some of these multi-millionaires and billionaires is. You know, I'm not going to 5-star restaurants. I'm going to Burger King. so so the
Well,
point is, it's all relative.
you haven't been to Burger King lately, have you?
No, I ain't been to Burger King in a long
Okay.
time.
Yeah, you can't go to Burger King now and buy a cheap meal anymore. They raised their prices.
Well, my first Burger King,
Anyway, I think what
let me just say
Ted is
this: my
talking about.
first burger, my first Whopper, cost me 69 cents.
Oh, okay.
They don't cost 69 cents no more.
No, they don't. They cost $6.90 now or more. Oh man, I haven't been to those places and stuff there, those fast food places, in a long, long, long time. And the last time I went there, they have food and stuff on a dollar menu. Well, those foods and stuff that was on the dollar menu is no longer a dollar now. They are a lot more money, and you can't be poor and be up there and trying to eat off of McDonald's and Burger King. and all the rest of those fast food places. That's all I'm trying to say. But I understand with what you were saying. We were happy. We were content and stuff then. And
There
I
you
think
go.
and I think the reason and stuff and everything, Ted, it was why we were content is because we were not exposed to the outside world. I didn't realize that my family was poor until I went off to college. And they had kids coming to school whose parents gave them more money than my father made in a whole week. They had kids who came to school and their cars were better than my parents' cars. That's when I realized that I was poor. But until that time, I wasn't poor. But once I saw what was going on out there, I had to strive to get what they had, and I'm still striving to get what they got. I'm still doing it. I'm still fighting it. I'm retired. I'm still fighting to try to get to where they got. So as long as you're not exposed to the outside world and you're with a group of folks and stuff and everything, and they all got the same stuff going on, yeah, you can be satisfied and be okay. But once you become exposed to that outside world and stuff and everything, that greed and stuff takes over because you want what they got. We have personal greed inside of us, all of us. Some sort of way we got a personal greed inside of us. They ain't all like you, Ted, who don't care about buying a car. You know, you're gonna sit at home and ride the Uber or however you get around. But everybody else gotta have a car better than the neighbor gotta have. My neighbor bought a brand new car. I want a brand new car.
Ooh, keeping up with the Joneses.
Keeping up with the Joneses. We all want to keep up with the Joneses. Even though we can't, we want to. We aspire to keep up with the Joneses. And I think that's probably what's driving those billionaires and stuff and everything also. They just, whatever amount of money they got to have more money. They got to be the top dog. They got to be the person who's on the top. And they can't stand the fact that they only worth $1 billion. Can't stand it. You
You
only
mean
worth a
only
billion.
worth 50 billion or 100 billion?
Right, right. That's all you worth. That's
Yeah, that's all you worth is 100
all
billion?
you worth. 100 million. 100 million. $600 million is all you worth. Well, I'm gonna talk about something else, Ted. I
Go
saw
ahead.
I saw the governor of Maryland. He was doing a town hall, and for some reason or another, CBS was sponsoring the town hall along with Bank of America. And he said something and everything that really caught my eye and everything. It caught my ear and I'm pretty sure all the people who were around there in that town hall. He said some things that was very profound. And they talked about the fact and everything that Donald Trump didn't invite him to the governor's meeting and stuff there at Washington, D.C. He said he didn't care if they didn't invite him. They asked him, was Donald Trump a racist? And he didn't say if he was or not. He kept avoiding the answer. He kept saying, "Well, that's Donald. He had to be the one to look inside of him." But he said one thing and stuff that caught my ear, man. And until now, I didn't really understand what the hell he was saying. He said, "We as Democrats want to still, when there's a problem, we want to do a study. We want to do a research. We want to get this stuff done. We want to do a 5 year plan and come up with this and come up with that." But he said he thought very, very highly of Trump because anytime he thought about doing something, he just did it. He didn't give a crap about who thought about it. He didn't give a crap about what backlash was going to come. He just did it.
Mm.
And I thought about that. And I said, Governor Moore is probably right. And the Democrats need to step up. You got a problem and stuff. Sometimes people can't wait, Ted, to build a home. They can't wait to have jobs for them. You got to get out there and start doing something positively, and doing it right now instead of having a big ass study going on. And he's right. We need to stand up as Democrats and say, we're going to get this done and start doing it. Because I'm pretty sure that people look around. He's only been the governor for, this will be his fourth year, and he's coming up for re-election in November, and he's already changed the state of Maryland around. He spoke about the fact that he released 175,000 people from misdemeanor crimes. He pardoned them all, because what that misdemeanor crime was doing and stuff was causing a lot of these uh, folks who were committed, who were smoking marijuana and stuff and everything, not to have good jobs. So he erased their record so they can get out there and be able to be on an equal plane with everybody else. He said he reduced crime in Baltimore because he was intent on pushing the mayor and the police department, everybody else, to get rid of crime, start doing something and everything in the community, some positive things in the community. And he showed that you can reduce crime by doing positive things in the community, giving people jobs, taking these kids and stuff off the street and everything, and giving them something to do. And when you start talking about housing and stuff and everything, he said that the state of Maryland and stuff, he looked at their budget and stuff, and they got all kinds of buildings and stuff that belong to the state. So they're taking these buildings that belong to the state of Maryland and stuff and converting them into affordable housing. He said, we don't have to worry about buying something from anybody else. We don't have to worry about going out there and buying property from land from someone else. The state already owns these things. Let's turn these things into affordable housing and get people off the street. He's going to be reelected again for governor. And they asked him about 2028. Is he going to be running for the presidency? He never answered the question. He just said, nope, I'm not. I'm going to be the governor of Maryland. But I'm pretty sure, Ted, that come 2028, when after he gets elected and stuff and everything for the governor of Maryland, he is probably going to have so much pressure on him to run for the presidency that he will probably be out there throwing his hat in the ring. And I think he's going to get a whole lot of people out there to vote for him. Very positive. You people get a chance, go out there and look on YouTube at that town hall that he did, the governor of Maryland town hall. I think you guys would enjoy it. Anyway, I had to throw that out there for everybody. Anything else, Mr. Harvey? You got anything
No,
else you want to
my
throw out
last
there?
word is this. My last word is this, bro. You know, there's always light at the tunnel. And what Jesse used to always say, keep hope alive.
Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive, people. Keep hope alive. I mean, keep hope alive. Ah, man, we gonna miss Jesse, man. I didn't at first and stuff and everything. He was, like I said, his last years and stuff wasn't very good. But the things that he had done and stuff to bring our people and stuff to where we are and stuff now and everything, we're gonna have to give him his flowers. We do.
I agree.
And yeah, we're gonna have to give that man his flowers. because he did something and stuff for us. Even though there were some bad things that happened this latter years, he's gonna have to have some positive and stuff to happen. So, Jesse, we'll see you, brother. We'll see you on the other side. Oh, that's all I got to say. Anything else, Ted?
I'm good.
I'm good too, man. And I'm going to look at that video and stuff about the capitalism and see what she has to say because
Okay.
we need to talk about capitalism, especially talk some more about that Black Wall Street and what happened and
Okay.
how us folks, when we start doing good, kid, there's always somebody out there to tear us down.
All the
I
time.
can't I can't understand what the heck is going on. And even our own people tear us down when we start doing something good.
All the time.
Yeah, we have to if we have to be standing behind people who are doing good. Standing behind them. I don't care. I enjoy seeing our folks and stuff doing well. And if we
Me
can't
too.
get that, yeah, if we can't get that feeling and stuff, people, you folks out there, if you can't get that feeling out of you where you don't appreciate what other folks, especially our people, are doing, and not be jealous about it and everything, until we get that out of us, I don't know if we're going to ever prosper. Talk to you guys later. Bye.